Buddy Day wouldn't happen without the support of sponsors. So let's find out who these sponsors are and why they got involved.
Well, it started when we had some representatives from Child Matters. They came to see us alongside Moko Kuma, and they talked about what was happening in terms of International Day for Child Abuse and raising awareness. And you know, I've always had a, I love my children and I love other people's children, so you know, it wasn't something that I needed to be convinced to do. I thought it was the right and appropriate activity and initiative for us to support, so I had no problems about supporting the day and having a great day today. Well, I think Buddy Day has huge potential to make an impact. I think, you know, first of all, it's a start, so I think we have to be quite realistic about our expectations for today. I think Anthea, she said in her speech, it was about starting those conversations, and so that's how I approach the day. You know, next year or in 3, 4, 5 years' time, we may want to do it a little bit differently. We may have, you know, bigger groups of conversations and then getting people involved in some of the training that Child Matters offers. So, you know, I guess for me, I'm thinking of this sort of like, what will it be like in 5 years' time? And this is the first step towards that journey.
Each one of these buddies has a story, because it was a flat piece of corflute at some stage, but these all have personalities now, and those stories, with the kids painting them, sitting around creating the story of that buddy, means that the conversations that are happening are, I guess, bringing child abuse, the awareness of it, to the forefront in a really safe and fun way, but the importance of what lies underneath that is getting through the messaging. And then for the whole community, with the various businesses, the Well Energy Trust went in and spoke to various funders in the community, and some of those funders said, hey, we love it, let's all get together and get in behind it and support it. So the Bryant Trust and the Lion Foundation also came on board, and I guess that's the whole concept, is it's no individual person or organisation. What it is, it's the group, it's the community. So this here, all of these kids, the 180 kids, they don't only represent 1 in 10 abused children in our community, but they represent a community coming together to do something about it. And yeah, so it's a really lovely story, and that's all through storytelling.
It's a very serious situation in New Zealand. We have one of the worst records of child abuse deaths in the OECD. That puts us 5th out of 31 in terms of children who die. And for each of those children who die, there are thousands that we know who are abused and live for the long-term effects for the rest of their lives. In New Zealand-wide last year, there were 50,000 notifications and 21,000 substantiated, confirmed cases of child abuse. That's just to Child, Youth and Family, and they know that that's the tip of the iceberg. They know that there are lots more children who never come to their notice. So it is worse than the records generally show. The first thing we have to do is get people talking about a problem. If we want to solve a problem, we've got to start talking about it. And that's the part where Buddy starts to play its role. Today has been absolutely fantastic. I've been really delighted. And what I've been particularly delighted about is the fact that people have started conversations about children, about protecting children, about empowering children, about concerns they have about their neighbours' children, and about just the stats of child abuse itself. So all the people who have signed a book today have come in contact with something from a personal level that starts a conversation. And I would be very surprised if people are not going home tonight talking about Buddy Day, or talking about the buddies that they met in town and saying, did you know? Or that was because. And I think that's really significant. Buddy Day is not just about the sector. It's not just about education, health, social services, the child abuse specialists. It's about everybody, because everybody's a parent or a child or someone's sister or someone's brother, and they may run an engineering business, but they have things happen to their family, to their colleagues, to their friends, just the same as everybody else. And people like Les are standing up and saying, I'm prepared to take ownership of this to see what we can do to help it.
Well, this is my sort of interpretation of it. You had these corflute sort of cutouts. They had nothing on them. We then cut them out to kind of sort of represent a child. We then distributed them out to a number of different schools, whereby the children gave these corflutes cutouts an identity. So they gave them a name. They gave them a historical sort of genealogy, if you like, and I think the children have told their story through working and creating these cardboard cutouts. And as a result of that, the minders who took these buddies realised the importance of this corflute, which had sort of morphed from being a corflute to being treated like almost a real human being. And I guess the thinking of this as a cardboard no longer existed. It wasn't relevant. They then had a child that was kind of created by other children, and I think the minders understood the importance of respecting, looking after, caring for a child. But I think we've only just seen the beginning of this initiative, and come 2012 I think this sort of initiative will go viral in a good sense. The irony of being able to see Labour political figures, national and local council representatives, all united under the same sort of kaupapa or the same banner around the well-being and interests of our children, to me that speaks volumes. I'm confident that it will go national, and I think that next week planning for 2012 starts.
Definitely food for thought. We need to keep talking about child abuse, keep it front of mind and look after our kids. Do check out our Facebook page, Destination Central.